Hey, welcome everyone. I am Caitlin Thiel with Aractive Schools. I'm the Assistant Director of Comprehensive School Health, and I'm so excited to welcome you all to Wisdom in Practice peer-to-peer mentorship. So just a little bit about the program in case, it's been a little while since you registered and you're thinking, what did I get myself into? So a little bit of refreshers. So we'll start off with a nice quote. Mentorship is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. And that quote's by John Crosby. So I hope that by participating in this program, everyone is able to, get pushed in the right direction for whatever direction that is for them. So the goals of the program is to really bridge the gap between the academic and professional practice worlds of teaching. So, if you're still a pre-service teacher, what is it really like to pick the ear of people who are in that profession, and what can you expect, and what kind of tips and tricks and lessons can you pick up from connecting with those who are in the field before you even kind of embark on that journey. We want to develop pre-service and early to mid-career educators in the areas of personal well-being, comprehensive school health, and physical and health education. So all of the mentors that have registered so far are definitely experts in these areas. So you have a great pick, that's for sure. We want to develop relationships between mentees and teacher champions that will enhance professional learning opportunities and further career goals for both. And we want to develop leadership and mentorship opportunities for those teacher champions. It really is designed to be a reciprocal relationship. So the relationships and rewards and benefits are there for both parties, both the mentees and the mentors. As mentors, you can learn more about the teacher profession as early entries come in. Play a part in shaping the teachers of tomorrow, gain new and fresh perspectives from those up and comers, and really sharpen your emotional intelligence by stretching those networking skills, and ultimately take joy and pride in supporting others. Mentees, this is your chance to seek guidance in setting personal and professional goals, seek advice on navigating work and personal situations, and also have an opportunity to expand your network and contacts, highlighting new resources and opportunities. So we were supposed to have a kickoff event on March 11th, which is just a couple days from now. It is currently Monday afternoon. So unfortunately, our mentee numbers aren't exactly where we were hoping they were going to be just yet. So we're going to extend our registration deadline. And in lieu of a kickoff event, we're going to do some networking virtually instead. So you're probably wondering what exactly that's going to look like, and I will walk you through that. So the new process that we're going to go through at a glance will involve having our registration deadline extend to March 19th. So it was originally going to be, this week as we prepared for our March 11th kickoff, but now it's going to be the end of day, March 11th. And there's going to be a couple days in there where Everactive Schools is working behind the scenes, and we're going to pair everyone with about 2 to 3 people. And then the responsibility goes on to the mentee. So mentees are going to have until March 29th to reach out to those 2 to 3 mentors to request a virtual coffee and connect. And mentors, it's your responsibility to be responsive when contacted by mentees and work together to find a time that works for a phone call or a Zoom meeting. And then you're going to have those phone calls and Zoom meetings, between March 30th and April 11th or earlier, if that works for you guys. These are not intended to be 1 or 2 hour long conversations. These are just in lieu of those, speed dating conversations you would have had on March 11th. So they are designed to be approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And really the intention of them is to kind of gauge fit of that relationship, and, to make sure your goals align. By April 12th, you will have all filled out a survey that we'll send you to rank your coffee chats, and then we will, by April 16th, assign you your chats. So that's a lot. So if we break it down just a little bit more, so the reason we didn't want to abandon these conversations altogether and just go right to pairing you is because networking is a really great skill, and we were really looking forward to having that event so that you could all kind of stretch that networking muscle. Networking is not about collecting contacts, but it's about planting and cultivating relationships. So we hope that these 2 to 3 conversations allow you to grow that network even more and stretch those networking skills that are really key to growing ourselves professionally. So step 1 is scheduling the meetings. So mentees, the responsibility is really on you for this. So you are assigned with emailing your mentors to schedule a conversation. In the online event webpage, we have our Appendix A that will support you in constructing your email. You want to initiate contact before March 29th and decide with your mentor what communication method works best, whether it's Zoom, phone call, Google Meets, or something else that I don't know of. And once the date has been confirmed, it is also your responsibility to send a confirmation email and a calendar invite, and also a link to that meeting platform if applicable. Mentors, it's your responsibility to respond promptly when mentees email you, ideally within 3 business days. If you're unable to schedule a time for the virtual coffee chat in the outlined timeline, or you're really experiencing difficulties coordinating with a time with your mentee, just reach back out to me. But we're hoping that we've given you a good window to make that happen. As a nice practice, always make sure to provide each other with as much notice as possible in the event that either of you have to reschedule. Step 2 is preparing for those coffee chats. So mentees, you want to make sure to review the biographies of the mentors in the mentor package, which is also available on our website and on our online event page in Eventbrite. Prepare your elevator speech. What are you sharing about yourself? Reflect on the questions that you'd like to ask the mentor. Ask questions that, invite a response that's more than a yes or no. Mentors, review your responsibilities on our webpage or in the mentor package, and review the mentee details as outlined in their introduction email. Appendix B on the online event page in Eventbrite also has some more discussion points, but it is by no means exhaustive. If anyone wants to explore using some kind of technology and you're not really sure how, I can support with that. But, there are free Zoom accounts, and Google Meets is typically free. So there's lots of free out there, or, you can just go to the phone call. Step 3 is to participate in the coffee chat. So first of all, you want to make a really good impression and don't be late. So technology is sometimes not my friend. So I know best practice is usually to sign in early. Also, you want to sign in with your preferred name. So, my name's Caitlin, but maybe sometimes I prefer Kate. So make sure to use the name that you prefer to be called. And also you consider using pronouns so that people know how to address you. Take turns introducing yourself. All this stuff is pretty commonplace, but a couple tips there, just in case. Sometimes online meetings are a little more awkward, I should say, than just being in person. So a couple tips: always make sure the person's finished talking before you start. Sometimes there's that delay online that can make things extra awkward. And then at the end of the call, consider exploring ways to maintain professional contact. So you might not be paired with this person, but maybe you had a really great conversation. So this might be a good time to ask, can I connect with you on LinkedIn, or can I follow you on Twitter? Would it be okay if I ever reached out to you with questions? Whatever that case might be, this might be a good time to discuss that. Finally, a couple considerations are to respect confidentiality and navigate personal questions with care. So, at the beginning of your conversation, you might want to discuss expectations around confidentiality. For example, this might be as simple as, saying we're not recording this conversation. navigating personal questions with care. You know, sometimes if you're talking about work-life balance or something, personal things might get in the mix. And just, you know, just be reflexive on balancing that conversation if you need. And if you're having to ask yourself, like, is this appropriate to ask? Then maybe just leave it off the table, especially until that relationship grows a bit more. Um, that is everything. I want to thank you all for registering and for being flexible with us as we kind of shift the way that we were originally envisioning this program. Everything that you need should live on our online event page. So if you don't know how to access that, connect with me. But if you log into Eventbrite where you purchase your tickets and go to our page, there should be kind of an online page. That was very unclear, but please let me know if you can't find it. It will have this video recording. It will have the PowerPoint slides here that I've shared with you, as well as that template email to send to your mentors, as well as those discussion points and the mentorship package. So everything will live there for you guys to support, as well as my contact. So thank you all for participating. Thank you for being flexible, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions, and you'll be hearing from us soon with those pairs.